Do you know what this is? If you are Ghanaian, Nigerian, or any other African who knows what Gari is, then you would know that its value can never ever be overstated, especially in trying times. Welcome to today's YouTube video where I talk about things to pack along for your Erasmus Mundus journey, or when traveling abroad from Ghana, Africa, or basically anywhere we call home to the continent of Europe at least. Let's get right into it. Welcome if you're new, and if you have always been here, I really appreciate you for watching my videos, listening to me yap unnecessarily, throw my hands up and down. But I really hope that you being here has brought some value to your life. That's why I'm here. Anyway, let's talk about what you should pack. Number one on my list, as a person of faith, I would say is your faith items. If you are a person of faith, and for me as a Christian, I took my physical Bible, although we have Bible on the phone, and I have Muslim friends who have to pray with a mat, and I mean, if it's not bulky and you have maybe some attachment to a specific mat, you could take it along on your journey. Also, as a sentimental person, some family memorabilia. So for me, I have a picture of my sisters and I that is actually framed that I took along with me. I also have this painting that a young talented girl from church did, and I like the inscription and I took it along with me. So it's up to you. You can do that. That's it for set of items number one. Set of items number two would be all your important documents, all the documents that you used to apply for the first visa to your first program country. That's if you are doing Erasmus, or to wherever you're traveling to. Just have original and photocopies along with you on your personal item on your flights, because you never know, some countries' immigration might just decide based on where your passport is from that, hey, we want to see more, and you need to be prepared. Like, the life of traveling is never be caught unprepared, never be caught unfresh. You get what I mean? So yeah, you can try your best to have this non-negotiable file of all your essentials with you, because you might need them. If you're traveling out of Ghana, for sure you always have to have your passport, your yellow fever card, and everything else that you use for the particular visa you apply for. So those are documents, and yeah, those are the important things. Now, number three is, if you are doing Erasmus, you'll be moving from country to country, please kindly pack light. Don't be like me. For the first time when I was leaving Ghana, I took 3 bags, and I'm telling you, I can tell you how I've suffered. Like, I was out here, like, the time I regretted the most was when we were moving from Spain to the UK and reached Manchester Airport, and there was no trolleys on hand, and you had to pay with a coin, and none of us had a coin, and my friends had to go with their 2 bags and come back and help me, and I felt so desolate. I felt so I was so tired, bro. And I was like, why do I have 3 bags? Like, what is all this for in the end? So please kindly pack light. Being traveling like that teaches you how to keep all the essentials and let go of the lightweight. So keep that in mind. You can have your main bag if it's 40 kilogram like Qatar Airways, or 30 or 23, depending on where, and then maybe you have your carry on. You can have 2 bags, check-in bags, and then your carry on if you want. It's up to you, but just learn to pack light, because you pick up new things along the way, and you will discard some things along the way. So please do that. And that is for general advice for everybody. Now, set of things number 4 is your culture. So food and clothes. Please, like this Kivo Gari I have here, when you travel from your country to Europe, you might not get, it depends on where you are in Europe, you might not get Gari at all unless you sort of find some African corner store by connection, or some African market where it could be sold to you at some exorbitant prices. Also, but by the way, Gary is heavy though, so I hear you can't even pack a lot when you're leaving, but just for the essentials, for like acclimatization purposes, maybe you get in and all the food you can't stomach it. What are you going to do? You now Kivo has done 4-in-1. This is not even a paid ad. Everything is inside. There's Gary, there's sugar, there's milk, and there's roasted granules. This reminds me of when we were going to high school. At that time, some of them were not branded, but they were in these large containers, and like they were so good, tasty. You have Kibo Gary. As for me, my mom makes her own natural spices and sells. So when I was leaving, she had milled all these spices, her stew spices, her soup spices, her meat spices, chicken spices. I was set. I still had some spices when I was leaving the UK. I had to discard some of them because they've been there for long, and I will be replenished by my sweet mom. So you can take your spices that you might not find anywhere, because me, like this, when I went to España, if you've watched the previous videos of my experience living in Spain, then you know that their spices, their food does not align to my tongue, basically. So your main spices, but also, as I said, keep in mind that pack light. Okay, so maybe some non-essentials that you know that this is what makes the food you eat enjoyable to you. You could carry just a little bit along. And in terms of clothes, please don't overpack. If you're coming from the tropics, your seasons are basically just wet and dry. But if you're coming to Europe, let's face it, you're going to meet like 4 seasons, and you'll be changing your clothes, you'll be shuffling your clothes, your winter clothes, your boots. I had to donate a lot of things when I was leaving one country to the next. So pack lights. Maybe I had some African prints that I knew I'd be wearing to church if I found a church, so I tried my best to sew some and take them along. So maybe you have some traditional clothes. You can like literally pick like maybe just one, because maybe Erasmus, as Erasmus, you might have programs where you are representing your culture and you would like to dress in that way. And you might not find that in European country. So yeah, I was supposed to do this video with my friends, but unfortunately we are far apart across the world, and so this is what I can remember of how to pack for Erasmus. And finally, I would say pack your mental. Prepare yourself to take this journey and be open to new experiences, meeting new people, and having to adjust your way of life to certain things. Of course, don't forget to change money into the currency of the first country you're going to, which is usually euros. And once you get to Europe, you can stick to banks like Wise and REVOLUT, which are online and can switch between currencies, and that really helps Erasmus Mundus students, especially because you're moving from one country to another country. That's basically it. There's no other packing advice than this. Yes, your faith, your food, your documents, pack light, your money, and your mind. I hope this video helped somebody who thought that they wouldn't know what to pack. Oh, of course, you can also take your favorite snacks that you might not find anywhere. And anyway, if they're finished, Shirley, what can you do? That's what having an open mind is about. You might find a snack from another country that you might like above your country zone. And of course, in addition to your documents, I don't even need to tell you that you need to pack your laptop, maybe your important notepad, a pen, and all your essential gadgets that you know that you would need on your study journey, because you are there to study, of course. And if you want to wait and buy, you can. If you're going to Europe, I recommend UNiDAYS app, which you can get after your school has enrolled you and you get your student ID. Your student ID number is where you used to sign up for the app like UNiDAYS, where you get student discount. Sometimes you can get an Apple discount. If you're going to the UK, you can use student beans. These two apps have helped me so much when it comes to booking things, booking hostels when we travel, because we are students and we have to travel on a budget, and booking flights. Like, I've really got good deals from using UNiDAYS and student beans, for instance. So for that one, that's after you have been enrolled in the university and you have your ID. Then you can use such apps to buy student gadgets like laptops, iPads and stuff at a discounted price for students. So you can keep that in mind if you don't have any laptop right now to carry along. Hey, that's the purpose of having a scholarship. God has blessed you with a scholarship, so you can use it to further your education. So that's the end of the video. Not a long one, but I hope that it did give you some, or it did democratize your thoughts on what to pack. It's not rocket science. The simpler, the better. Have a nice day. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, and you can share this video to someone you know who is beginning their Erasmus journey and may need some of these tips. Cheers, mate.